WESWES, y'all.
All right, yo, welcome to another episode of Empty Out the Clip. My name is Cams, and here with the brothers. This is a special episode because this is our last episode for 2022. I'm here with the brothers Ave, Eric, and Liddy. What's up, boys?
What's up, Goose?
What's up?
Welcome back, Goose. Good to see you, man.
Good to be back. I felt like I had a holiday.
Yeah, man. Do you reckon I can get some leave zones?
Yeah, get some time off.
Good to see you. Also,
Yeah, it's good to have Eric back. How many weeks has it been? A few weeks, eh? 3 episodes?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it was right about 3 weeks ago because that's the time Capri went on camp.
Oh, yeah.
And then I ended up getting COVID.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is the first time you had it or second time?
First time.
Oh, how was it?
I had a lot of chills and I was just sweating all the time. There's a lot of getting chills and sweat. That's all I got.
yeah.
No muscle pains, nothing.
Yeah.
I was still eating like a horse.
What about the fatigueness?
No, there was none of that. I was like gaming and stuff. And I wanted to get out on the second day, but man, I had to stay in that fucking room.
How long do you have to isolate for?
Like 5 days.
Oh.
But did you have to ring like the helpline and
Yeah,
like,
with that, because I wasn't gonna do it, but my mom told me to do it.
yeah.
She was like, "Oh, you should," because she's hardcore.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay." So I did it, and then I left it to one side, but they kept on nagging me the whole week.
Yeah.
Like, "Are you all right? Do you need this?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. Leave me alone." I was like, "Far out. I got everything I need." I go because Dad never got it, and neither did Capri. She's already had it once before. But my dad, bro, honestly, that guy is he's like a crocodile, bro. He's got crocodile blood, bro. Nothing affects that guy, bro. Nothing.
That's good.
You know how this is your first time? Did you think you were like invincible before that? Because when I got it when it was like
Still fresh, eh?
fresh, it was
Yeah, it was scary then.
the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, no. This time, I think because I understood it a bit more, I was a bit more relaxed. But if I got it during that time, I would have been fucking paranoid.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt alright about it, so it was all good. It was only because Joe got it not long after I had it. He was a bit like, worried, but he pulled through.
Yeah.
Oh man, the main thing is that you're here, bro. That's
Safe and
the
sound.
main thing.
Yeah,
man.
it's funny too because I picked up Capri from school, and then I caught a chill that day, and then it just right from there, I didn't feel right until when I was like, damn, this was like at 3:00. And then by the time it was 9:00 that night, I was already shivering and sweating. I was
Damn.
like, holy shit.
Yeah, because it's airborne, eh? The
Yeah.
COVID or something.
Yeah, so I think in that confined space, like in the hall when we all met up with the kids and stuff, and everybody was,
That means someone might have had it or something.
yeah.
Well, good to have you back, Goose.
Yeah, shorties.
How healthy. So, boys, we'll start out with some shout outs to my right here.
To your right, okay. Shout out to there's two actually. Just shout out to the team, the boys. Another year, empty out the clip.
Yo,
Yeah. Shout out to the viewers, the listeners for keeping us, for just basically watching us, and all the comments too. And then the second shout out to the guy down at Vision West, Mike. So he was the one that got me a place now
Oh, sure.
to stay. Got me my own studio apartment. I'm moving next week. Shout out Mike. I think his name is Michael Sinclair. Yeah. So he was the one that I went yesterday, the other day. Yeah, shout out Mike. You're the man.
I mean, I think just a shout out to my daughter, I guess, for doing camp. She found it really scary and difficult, but she managed to pull through. Apparently they had this thing called a super fox that they had to climb, and all the kids were scared of it because I heard the stories afterwards.
Oh, man.
They were saying it was like flipping tall. I don't know if you guys remember the five fox at Long Bay. They were saying it's taller than that. and so she wasn't too sure if she could do it or not, and she said she was crying because it was waving around, but she finally did it, and yeah, she got through that. A week last week they had their graduation for year 6, so she's moving up. She's going to intermediate next year.
Oh wow,
already
big school.
So we'll have to push her with her education a lot more harder.
Yeah.
Just to make it a bit easier for her, hopefully, if she listens.
Sorry.
So yeah, big shout out to her.
Oh man, I got a massive list of shout outs today.
Oh, me.
But
Let's go.
first I want to shout out to the boys, Isaac Money, Chris Morocco and Roland Williams for performing last night. And a big shout out to Auntie Joe, who's 60th today. Thanks for always making me feel welcome and into your house and being part of your family, your extended family, to Auntie Joy and Muller. And also to the cousin Hans for holding it down. Massive shout out to all the wonderful staff at Henderson Intermediate, the greatest intermediate on this earth. Especially to Tony and to Sully and Sully's wife, Miss Marcy. Man, the work you guys do, and also to Mr. Patterson. Man, thanks for finding a place for my daughter in the school and making her be part of the furniture. Wanted to make a shout out to her as well. This is my minimal effort daughter. So she come in with a few big awards. It was like she had her Pacific Awards, like I think it was last week, and then she scored some pretty high awards. My oldest was there 6 years ago, and she sort of like set the bar high, like in terms of like academic achievements and sporting ones. But Lauren's coming to this space again and freaking owned the space, eh? So she got Student of the Year, she got Runner-Up Sports Girl of the Year, and like just hearing her speak, open her launga with the Whasa Mongangana on point, eh? Like, it's one thing to speak in front of your peers, but to speak another language that's foreign inside your house and deliver it, like, that's what made me proud. But yeah, she's minimal effort. I always call her lazy, but when I've heard the deputy principal say, like, these kids put a lot of effort in at the school to make it their space. So if you feel like they're being lazy at home, that's why, I never used to say it like that. I was like, shh, stop showing off, like, but then, I think about when I was at intermediate, I was like, yeah, was I that lazy? Yeah, because she's pretty lazy, eh? But then, yeah, and shout out to my my oldest girl as well. She's, first year of uni done, and she's trying to shop for a karavale. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had spent money like that. But yeah, shout out to her and Nikita.
I got one more shout out to my family in Wally. My auntie Dragon, she pulled through her up, so she's doing well, and my cousin Paul's as well. She had an operation on the same week, so they're all both doing well.
Nice.
Forgot about that.
Nice. I'm gonna make a shout out to my niece. My niece Keisha. She's just graduated from Auckland Uni. Got a bachelor of pharmacy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
She's the first of all my nieces and nephews on my dad's side that's got a degree. So, congratulations for Keish and yeah, man.
Massive.
Know where to get my medicines now.
Nice. It's babe, can you take this with this? You always gotta have one on lock. Hey, you always have someone. Are you able to take 4 Nurofen and Voltaren at the same time?
I don't.
No, congratulations, man. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, boys. So let's get to social media trending. So when you're sitting on the folly wheeler and you're scrolling through your phone, and what's been popping up?
So what I've been watching recently on my, not really on my news feeds and that, but I've been watching a lot of like the old school, like how the gangs. So the ones I've been watching was the one how in the New York boroughs, like New Jersey. I was watching how these 2 guys became multi-millionaires in their hood. One was called Supreme and one was called Prince. And I just watched how these guys were, that's when before they were ghettos, they were born in that generation where the parents were all hardworking, blah blah blah. Do you want to hear about this?
This would have taken place in like the 50s or something.
The late 60s.
Late 60s,
Late
yeah,
60s.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they were born, and then so when they grew up, they were in a good neighborhood in the hood or whatever. But because they were smart, instead of wanting to get out of the hood, they discovered crack, and then you need to watch it. I watched the whole. It was like an hour and 45 minutes,
They discovered crack.
Yeah, and then to distribute it. So they had crack houses and all, in their neighborhoods. But then that's in New York. But then they, obviously expanded out to Atlanta, places like that. Yeah, that was my
Late
Dream.
60s. Or
Yeah,
early
shit.
turn
So
of-
they were pretty
turn of
much
decade, eh?
the foundation for the drug trade.
There's a little snippet where 50 Cent, he says something like he hated that guy Supreme, but how he ran his business,
Was it-
that's how
That was the blueprint of it.
how
Yeah,
50
yeah,
Cent is, and I'm like, bruh.
Nah, but that shit's legit, man. Like, the guys that make it afterwards, there's always has to be a right and a wrong way of doing it. And like how Supreme and Prince would have set up their hood. 'Cause
Yeah,
you gotta earn the hood first, though.
yeah,
Once you win one side of the hood, the noise that you're making will filter through everywhere else. See,
Yeah.
but then it becomes about a quality and quantity and how fast you can get shit. But that sounds solid. Is that a Netflix series or was it on?
No, it was on
YouTube.
YouTube. Like you go, you just flick through the things and then you see like snippets, and then I just clicked on it, and then it was a thing on Who's Supreme. This he's like a legend, back in New York, but now he's in jail for life now, forever.
Damn. He's still alive.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a reference on the actual film, isn't he?
Yeah. No, there's some. So I'm doing a podcast, man. Hold on. I'll call you.
Sorry. Oh, yo, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this guy is, but he's the most famous, one of the most famous custodians ever to walk through the gates. Suppose. No, it's all good. Are you bringing a pig? Where? Okay, also.
I'll message you after, guys. Yeah, fa.
Yeah, man, that's Earless Drive. That's Earless Drive Boulevard. Round loyalty right there, bro.
Yeah, no, just that, and just like I have a fascination with like the animals in the safari.
What?
No,
Why you want to go tackle an elephant or something?
I have a real
He wants to put it on his
fascination.
back.
Because did you like so it was a fight, like there was a little docu of like, would you pick a crocodile or an alligator?
What's the difference?
The crocodile is more superior because I think it's something.
It's the salt water.
Yeah, they
'Cause there's
last
difference.
longer in the water or something like that.
But they don't fight the same way.
Yeah,
Because the alligator, when it latches and it spins, it turns itself and it does that. It goes
Yeah.
around and around
Yeah,
and around.
it chances
Whereas the
or something.
crocodile does a more of a like a
Sorry.
dinosaur. Like
Oh.
you can imagine how dinosaurs would eat that stuff and like a T-Rex.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was the no, it was the
Look at this
the
lolly.
jaw-
See?
it was the jaw. I mean, so apparently, I think the crocodile has the what is it when they bite? What's the word? Is it the hardest? Or the strongest?
The strongest bite.
They have the strongest bite in all of like the animals, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should have did this stuff back when I was, and but it's fascinating now,
Far out. You should be a zoologist, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking about what are they called?
Yeah,
I was thinking like
zoologist.
anthropologists or something.
What? No, that's what's trending on my social medias.
Sure, bro. How about you, Let's? What's on your phone?
Bro, because I don't know why, but in my algorithm, Oswald's face came up, so I just clicked on it, and probably on it because I was clicking on barbers. Like the little short films that they have, And there's one lady I follow. She always talks about like how marketing in today's world using social media can help you or it can't help you. And then I was like, because it's a female, right? She's
Yeah.
obviously in the male dominant profession. But then I flipped to the next one, and the next one was Ashwelu. And he was getting a haircut in the barbershop in Samoa. So I don't know whose shop it is. But he's just sitting there, right? Like for a good 45 minutes. But he had so many views, eh?
Hey.
But it's like 300. Like in a minute, as soon as he went live, it's like 300. And he's listening to one of the newest songs. That's probably the new from Samoa. You know, the Samoan Cowboy, the Samsung Fugai. He's just dropped the Obla D remix. And like, bro, you jump on YouTube, bro, it's got so many views and so many hits right now. So he's like trying to say, or people are saying, right, that's the new summer jam. It's that Samsung, that Obla D, Obla Da. But I was watching it. Then I ended up clicking on another one, and he goes to a wedding. So he goes to one of the Tuilangi brothers' wedding. And this is what makes me cringe, sort of like laugh. Because I watched, see how we watched Brian Toto's wedding, right? And you see, like, they got a videographer. But then you see the hundreds of people pull out their cameras, eh?
Yeah.
So in his mind, like, obviously they got it set up properly, but they got a videographer. But he's going live and he's like fully talking like he's on a TV show. Hi, Mr. Ashwelo coming live for me, Samoa and Apia, you know? And I was like, gosh, cringe, bro.
At someone's wedding.
Bro, this is at one of the Tuilangi brothers' wedding. And then the bride's walking up and he's like going, hi, how are you? Yeah, everyone, this is the bride. She just arrived to the venue at the moment. Fucking hell. In my head, she's getting out, walking up. So like the place they had the ceremony and the reception, sick, yeah, it's like beautiful way because it's up in Vailima. So it's like a massive ass white building. It's got massive ass stairs, and they had a red carpet all the way down to the bottom. Wow. So while he's making this video, he's like going, yeah, yeah, she's walking. Are you okay? I'm like, what? Shut the fuck up and just record, can. But
he's doing
but
it like
you know
it's
what? He had me watching for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he goes upstairs and he's like, I'm just sitting here with the boys. That's how exciting my life has been because it's been raining. But yeah, shout out to that guy, man. I don't know how people can watch this stuff, but probably because he's real interactive with all the people watching, you know.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'm surprised his father hasn't fussied him yet, but yeah, good on him, eh?
Wow. Crazy.
Eric?
Yeah, no, I've been watching, because this week I went to the bank because I got scammed on online. There was money going out on my account basically, and I didn't know how that was happening. So I've been watching a lot of scamming videos on YouTube, but I noticed this on I think this week on Wednesday, but it might have happened on Tuesday. But I saw there was another transaction as well the week before, and I was like, oh, it must be something I bought online. That's okay. But then I saw a different name with the same amount of money. I was like, what the fuck? So I went to the bank and then I was asking them, oh, can you check this out? I don't know what the site is or whatever. When I looked at it, the two different names that I got here on the transactions goes to the same website. It's a Bitcoin website in the US. And they were taking like $60 out of my account.
Right.
And I was like, but when I went to the bank, we got that resolved. She put it in for an investigation. The next day, because I had to come back and open an account for Capri, the pending transaction for that $60 disappeared. So I had two transactions at the start of the week. They went off for 60, but then at the end of this week, I only got one. I was like, what the fuck? It's like they came in, took my money, then they put it back, kind of thing. But I was talking to the lady at the bank about it, and she goes, we get a lot of it. They get a lot of it. And then it usually picks up during the Christmas time and New Year's. So I was like, fuck. I was just talking to Big Daddy Fat Sex outside about it. He was like, oh shit, I better go check my accounts. So yeah, bro, gotta be careful with that shit, eh? It's real.
Yeah.
That's why you just pay cash.
Yeah, straight up.
Nah,
That's what makes me think I should start using Prezi cards now. You know, like a voucher card instead of using because I use my credit card quite a bit.
I think the safe way tactic for that is to avoid the scammers, and that is to have nothing in your bank account, because I wouldn't even know how to get scammed. Do you? Because I get, you get the ads like or even Facebook, the Messenger, like people saying click this,
Yeah. Oh, did you see
But
that?
I never do it.
Did you see that one with one of the boys where there was a video, but it wasn't him?
Oh yeah, yes,
That was fucking freaky, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, I think one of my aunts been done like that.
Yeah, there was a video of one of the boys, and it wasn't him.
But they're
Yeah.
holding cash though.
Yeah, and it was like,
they're
oh,
fully
I'm out.
talking.
Yeah.
and they were. I just invested $250 into
And
this,
I won this.
and I won this. Yeah, man, just click
And
on
the
the link.
background and everything was exactly what I would think he would
Yeah.
be at. And I was going, Sonny, what are you talking about this stuff? He
Yeah.
goes, what are you talking about?
Yeah, a
When he
lot of
saw
my
it, he was
cousins
like-
come out and said like, yeah, first red flag was auntie doesn't talk like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the face was legit. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Like, she's
Everything.
actually talking, eh?
Everything. That was freaky.
It's like computer generated. Eh?
Yeah, it is.
They get
Yeah.
all your information from your Facebook, whatever, all the photos, and turn it into actual video.
Actual
Yeah,
algorithm.
Uh,
And the way he was talking
like
and stuff.
they use CGI to make it happen or something.
Fuck, that was freaky.
'Cause, I saw. I think a couple of the boys I know, Matty B. Oh, no name. Sorry. Name. sorry.
No,
mate.
man, be.
Sorry, mate.
That's why I said one of the boys.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Because I saw that video. I'm like, bruh,
Yeah, what's
you
going
into
on?
that now? I just thought he was into like that.
no, I'm glad, I'm glad that because I only use my credit card online, and that's the bank's money. So I'm glad I used that, not my own money that I have in another account. So I'm not too worried. Hopefully they will reimburse me.
Yeah, man. Fuck that.
Because I remember one time my cards got, my mom's got broken into. They must have been watching me putting my wallet. Because I don't know why I did it, but I put my wallet in the glove box, and then I went to the pools down at WESWES with Capri, and then came back. They smashed the window,
Right.
and they went directly to the glove box. So fuck, went around all over West Auckland, 80, 800, 200, 300. I was like, damn.
Oh, with the paywave.
Yeah, they were going hard, bro.
Were you able to get all that back?
Yeah, because it was quick. Because I contacted the police. I got a reference number, and then they told me to contact the bank.
Yeah.
And then the bank, because of how fast I did it, it was like, nah, all good. Well, you saw it by the end of the week. It was like, oh shit, lucky. So fucking hell, bullshit, man. So
Yeah.
after that, I don't use Paywave anymore. I remember all my numbers for like 4 different cards. It's like, fuck.
Well, good luck taking stuff out of mine. All mine is maxed, then nothing in it. Overdraft, overdrawn. Bruh.
Especially because customers you don't need all that drama. Eh?
Hold on, bro. That was like stressing me out just a little bit. I was like, fuck. Lucky I did miss the majority of my Christmas stuff.
So I went on social media and not really looking at stuff coming up, but I did listen to Joe Rogan's podcast when he had a guy named Mark Later or something on his podcast, and it's an interesting. He had an interesting story because he was a white dude that was in the corporate world and he worked in advertising. So he worked for advertising for like 30 years, and then at the end of his 30 years, he got sick of it. He wanted to, but what he was doing on the side. He was interviewing homeless people in LA, and he did a little podcast with them, different homeless people that lived on Skid Row. And if you know about Skid Row, it's like on the east side in downtown LA. It's like blocks and blocks of just homeless. Like these buildings are empty. Hey, you guys heard of Skid Row?
Yeah.
You're looking at like hundreds of homeless people just in tents out on the street and all that. So he'll go out and just interview every one of them. Like he'll try to interview every one of them to find out what their story is and all that, and see if he can sort of way to fix the problem and that. But he's done it for like 10 years now or something, and he's interviewed like 5,000 people, not just in Skid Row but all over the States.
Oh.
And he had this one interview with that I went to see was a girl that was in the gang, like she was in the Crips, and he tried to help her out. Like he tried to, cause she had some kids, and she was
Homeless.
She was homeless. She had kids, and she was in the she was in the cribs. But she had a boyfriend who was like her pimp, and he was trying to help her out. Like he would give her, cause he did this GoFundMe page to help with his podcast and that. So people were donating money to him. He was getting thousands of dollars to help do his podcast and all that. So he used some of that money to help this girl. So he got her apartment. He was paying her rent and telling her to live there and giving her money for food and that to help with the kids. And then all of a sudden she'll ask for more money. Like, I can have 1,000 one day. The next day, I can have 2,000. Like that. And he was, what's going on here? Like, so he just gave it anyway, you know. And then she'll say that, I need some money because I'm taking the kids on holiday. So I think she asked for more money, and so he gave her some money, and then like he will drive past the house. Well, because he thought that she was on holiday taking the kids, but he'll go to the gym early in the morning and drive to the gym. But on the way to the gym, he'll pass the house and he'll see the light was on, and he'll think, oh, she probably left it on for security. And then the next day, same thing happened. He'll drive past and the light was off. And he was like, hey. So then he'll go. The next day he went to the house and she was there. She was there and there was a guy there, but no kids. And apparently he was like the guy was taking all her money and that. So it was a bit sad. So he did a podcast with her and the guy for them to explain where all the money was going. And it was pretty weird, but it was all good because he was like saying, because I try to help you and that, and who's this guy, and like who's this guy to you? And he was like, I'm her boyfriend, I'm also her pimp. And he asked him, so all the money that I was giving you for your holiday, you just straight out, you just lied to me? And she, yeah, I just lied to you because that money was going to him. So it was real awkward, eh?
Yeah.
So it was real awkward. And then he just finished the interview saying, I just want to stop doing this now, and I'm just going to, you go do your thing, and I'll just move on and do my thing. So it was like pretty awkward, eh? But it was interesting because he's a guy that wants to go out of his way to help. And a lot of the questions Joe Rogan was asking him was, man, for all the people you've interviewed, like, it's all, what was the common thing? Is he said it was all about their mental health. It's wrong. It's broken because they come from families that they got abused, and it's like you can't even help them.
No.
You can't help them. Like Joe Rogan asked them, all the people you interviewed, all the homeless, well, what do you think would make it go away, the homeless situation go away, and help them out? And he said he can't.
Can't, yeah.
Mentally.
He said you can't. He said first you gotta get them a house, right? And then the problem's not gonna go away.
Yeah.
No.
You get them a job, the problem's not gonna go away.
Yeah.
Look at their mental health. That's the biggest one because they're gonna go back into their old habits.
Yeah.
You take away the drugs,
Just go back to it.
they'll go back to it.
Yeah.
He said you actually have to be with them 24 hours.
Like a baby.
Yeah, you gotta be with them like 24 hours. 24/7.
Yeah, I noticed that just from working at BP by just watching them. I just learned that watching them for shit. How long have I been doing BP? Fucking forever.
Mm.
And just seeing the same pattern over and over again with different generations. It's all the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe that.
But it goes straight away when I was thinking about it, like, man, so what are you trying to say? There's no help. You can't solve the problem.
There's just some people that don't want to be fixed. I've met some of them. They love it. They love living like that.
And
Conrad's one.
And that's what he was saying. He was saying that a lot of these people, because they're brought up into families that neglect them or abuse them from a really young age.
Yeah.
They're screwed from that time. Like they don't know how to live properly, how to live you know, how to live like normal people. They don't know how to, like, they don't have a concept of getting a job, having a family,
Bettering
going to work.
themselves. Yeah.
Just the normal things. You
Yeah.
know, we're born, we eat, we sleep, we go to school,
Yeah.
we finish school, we get a job, we start a family, we get a girlfriend, we have kids, we get married. You know, we grow up, work, we retire, our kids grow up, and, you know, they don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't have any idea of that. They don't
It's
even.
sad, eh? It's almost like when you paint that picture, it's like if you were like, say, part of I hate to say like Africa, but if you're part of like a tribe out in the like Wabaks in Africa where you didn't really wear clothing, and then you came to New Zealand and it's shit cold here, you need to be covered up. It's like foreign, eh? And there's some sort of way of life that they go through and they deal with it every day and it becomes normal to them, and you put them in a setting over here, it's foreign, eh? They don't know what's normal, or everything's new to them.
Yeah.
And it's sad that, like, because they're coming from a place of poverty and, like, real bad mental health. Is like, there's probably no one that's educated enough to understand how deep that is. And you read about it because, you know, it's foreign to people learning about it as well. So even just to hear that answer that you can't be fixed, or, like, there is no sort of, you know, answer to everything that they're going through because it's foreign. And, like, probably be, like, not our generation, but probably 5 or 6 generations from now trying to understand it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's only gonna get worse.
It seems to me the way to fix it though is to have a cutoff point, like right now, and from now on, we're gonna make sure all these kids are looked after. All these kids that are gonna go through the same cycle, like, do something about that, so the next generation won't be like the last. You know, like because to me it sounds like it's a cycle, right?
Yeah.
So how do you stop the cycle? I think you got to stop the cycle, and you got to change a lot of things. We're talking about America here. This is fucked up. It's kind of fucked up country over there. Like, you know, if you're down in dumps, you're down in dumps. No one cares. You know, they got a place for you. You can go live over there because we don't want to see you in the rich area. You know, like out of sight, out of mind. You know, so I think we don't have that mentality here because all of the services we have try to help in that. You know.
People here genuinely care though. Like I see like my regular customers or customers I haven't seen before, always giving, like, shutting hot chocolates or food, and I keep on telling them don't do that because they'll just keep encouraging them to come in the
back.
front.
Yeah.
But you know, they don't care. They just want to help in some way.
That's true, bro. That's true.
And that's like over here, people seem to care a lot more here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not knowing you're not helping someone, eh?
Yeah.
Like that aspect of it, eh?
They just want to help in some way.
Like you might feel like you're doing like good intent and by helping someone have something hot to drink, but you're not making them any stronger or better. eh?
No.
It's like you can give all your kids like everything that you didn't have when you're growing up, but
They
how are
might
you
not want
preparing them for when they get older?
Yeah.
Means that they're not going to work as hard, you know. Yeah, it's sad, man.
So yeah, this chick that this guy tried to help, like he ended the podcast saying, "Oh, okay, I'm done with this now. You made your choice. I'm gonna help someone else. You're on your own," like that sort of thing. And then I noticed that girl. She's on social media doing her little videos after that. She's trying to explain, like, oh, she came on and she was saying, oh, for all those of you who watched that video with Mark trying to help me. Well, he doesn't know you guys don't know the whole real story, blah, 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 blah. You know? I was thinking, okay, those ones.
Well, people would have been happy, someone's helping them get into a, like, shelter, food, whatever.
Well, out of all the people he interviewed, why did he help her?
No, that's just his thing. He's helping everybody. Like, I think this podcast he does, interviewing all these homeless people, not only homeless people, people who got bad mental health. Like, he interviews all sorts of people, and he's just trying to help. He's trying to create awareness, stuff like that. Yeah.
Like that pattern that you're talking about, like that cycle, that's almost like when people have those habits, like what people are like. You've heard that it takes 21 days to break a habit that you have of your own. Well, like that example was like when you saw I don't know if you saw Chef Ramsay, he'd go into breaking like family businesses like in the restaurants, and then he would try and say, look, you just need to, he'd just do a good gut out and start fresh, But he'd say at the end of the day, it's up to the person who's running the ship, right? If they don't want to make change or they don't want to like bend the way the changes need to be, well then nothing's gonna change, And it might be just a couple of them that but it's amazing like some of the shows that you did watch of that his program that he had going is when they do the 360 and go back to how they were, which is like fuck, they just got a whole new kitchen, new stuff, like a new menu, new punters, and they went back to doing deep fried shit and like fucking waste of what a waste of time, man. And like that's an example of like, bro, it's like really breaking, like it's fucked. They don't want to be fixed. Like that's a good example of it. Like fuck.
Yeah, man. Speaking of poverty, Christopher Luxon, he got in trouble this week for one was his comments on the radio. His comments on the news saying that people that live in South Auckland, people that talk in their garages, gang life is most attractive to them, which caused a big uproar in the South Auckland community, because that's another thing I see on social media, all these other things like, oh, I'm doing this in my garage, I'm being successful, I've started a business in my garage, I've got a degree, living in my garage, all these posts have been popping up on social media. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but yeah, man, that I think Christopher Luxon's comments sparked the.
And he was what wasn't he the head of in New Zealand? He used to be. Yeah. That in a nutshell is just straight dumb fuck. Like like a lot of like West Auckland stories are like fucking people that grew from the garage there. Like, and there's a lot of them, man. But yeah, that's just one white man's take on like the typical like I don't know if you can say like that's what's attractive for gang life and that. But yeah, his comments are just a typical stereotyped and taken out of context maybe. But still, like as a leader, like if we're gonna vote this new piece of shit into the government, like to be the new next prime minister, what is that gonna do? I think that's gonna amplify the gang life. Yeah, because one white dude said fucking that's what it is. Guys sitting in the garage talking about getting patched up and shit. Like, he's gonna be a target, I wouldn't be surprised if he does a talofa and do those before the election. Cause shit will hit the fan, man.
Oh man,
shit will hit the fan. Like, I don't know if he's brave enough to hang around for the next election if he's gonna say comments like that.
I don't think he was thinking about it when he said it.
I definitely went when Poi Roa to Waitangi Roa in South Auckland, like Otara Mangri. He went one days. That's a given.
Yeah. The thing about his comment, he comes from a place where he doesn't even understand, knows the culture of why us Pacific Islanders use the garage in a different way the Palangis use their garage. Like,
exactly.
Like, it's not just for cars, man. Like,
all storage.
It's a waste of space, It's like utilize the space.
I had most of my birthdays in the garage.
If you think about it, why does the car need shelter when the car already has shelter? The roof of the car.
It's got a paint job,
Yeah, they don't want to ruin the paint job.
I was like, straight up, man. There's like cover clubs, like there's barbers. What are they? Like, some ladies go get their threading done, their eyebrows done from a garage. Like, this guy's just freaking lost, bro.
Does he even know where like Otara is?
Nah, I think he thinks it's next door to Iraqi Ooze. Like, what a piece of shit, man. I'd love to meet him and call him a piece of shit, man.
Yeah.
Chris Luxon, you're a foreskin piece of shit.
I think the rest of West Auckland want to do that too.
Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah. But would you say it's simply uneducated or is it just straight dumb fuck? Like,
I think it just slipped out of his mouth.
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's
because he was thinking it, huh?
Yeah.
I think this time around National's gonna make their bed and sleep in it, because historically speaking, National's never been about helping Pacifica.
No,
never. They don't give a fuck about us. But in saying that, what they care about is economics,
Comedy.
making money. If you're gonna make it in life, you're gonna start a business. They're gonna help you, and they don't care who you are, white, black, brown, yellow, anything. They don't care about that, which is what I think they're gonna come back to as a standpoint. Because if you remember John Key, how he got into the Pacific Island space with his anti, because he was against the no smacking law. He was against that, knowing that Pacific Islanders were against that too. That's why he had photos taking their hands with Inga and Michael Jones, that time. So he endorsed some of the things that conservative Pacific Islanders saw. So, if you're a business owner and you're a Pacific Islander, then John Key was like, "Oh, shake your hand,"
Yeah.
You own a business. Yep, come. You're on our team. So I think, and also the fact that these electorates like Otsara, Manurewa, they are Labour strongholds. So they're never gonna go to the national.
Yep.
And so if this is quick, if in saying that, Christopher Luxon, he knows that it's a Labour stronghold, so he wouldn't even care about doing anything to change that, right? So he can say that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If South Auckland's gonna say "fuck you, Chris," he doesn't care because he's not gonna get their votes anyway. So you may as well go 100.
Yeah.
Talking church. And
Yeah.
talking
You
shit.
may as well go 100 because you never know. The people that look at South Auckland and agree with him, they might be islanders too. You never know. You never know. So he'll get them on board, like the business owners or the people who are into bringing up themselves economically. Like Nationals going back to their roots of who they represent, I think, in this new election. Because as far as I'm concerned, like they've also got the people on their side who are against how Labour handled the COVID lockdown.
Yeah.
And all that. So that all National's doing is looking at the public, saying, "Okay, we got you guys are on our side this way." All the people that are going to go against Labour through the lockdowns or whatever, or the vaccines or whatever, or anything, they're just going to double down on that. So I think it's a political move by Chris Luxon to justify why he said that, why he doesn't apologize for any of that, because I think that's their game plan.
Crack up.
In saying that, like hearing him say it and then try and explain it, and it's funny that we can listen to whole audio and video of him actually trying to say how he actually described it, because that's what he felt, and he said it like, consciously, like, hey, this is what I think is happening. But yeah, and you're right, he has no idea how being patched up goes down. But it's like, if he's trying to take over a Labour government now, like, and that's obviously because it's like the other percent that makes up the Labour government for them to be in government. But like already you're seeing people jumping ship. Like William Seal said he's not going to run again. You're probably going to see a lot of other ministers step down from their positions. But I think a lot of that's because of what they've been doing, like with was it the mandates? Like I think that's what killed everyone, like the mandates on everything. Like a lot of workplaces lost a lot of people and good people, and then had the balls to say, okay, it doesn't matter anymore. Let's forget about all that stuff. But they're still out of a job.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are like, a lot of workplaces are struggling for good tradies, and a lot of the good tradies obviously saw through all the smack and all the bullshit and just thought like, what's the difference if I get vaccine and I don't get vaccine? Because it's almost like the government made us choose. Because like if you can remember far back enough, people who were like even family falling outside of each other about getting vaccine, not getting vaccine, then not vaxxed.
Yep.
This guy's obviously riding that wave, and it almost looks like he's using it to his advantage. Because the Cinder wasn't doing us any favors, man. Like I've never seen so many like communities almost divided about whether it was good or not. Because fuck, even if he got vaxxed, you still got COVID.
Yeah.
And
So what's the point?
that's as clear as day. Like you got COVID, we all got COVID. Like it's this fuck day. But yeah, man, his comments about like just they're harsh, but some of it might be true. I mean, he obviously got it from a social worker, so that is sort of like telling people like, yeah, this is how society is, a little bit, but not everyone.
Must be a Balangi social worker you got it from.
It has to be, hey.
But that, yeah, man, like they can't just come out and say the reason why they think
Yeah,
we use the garages the way we do. I mean, it's just part of our it comes from the islands, man. Like where we live back in the islands, like
Yeah.
village mentality, village community. There's always a hub. Where all the family comes sit down, have a meeting and that, that kind of stuff. Like you need a big space. So
well, yeah, now you can't. Yeah, I can see the uneducated part of that comment now, because it's like, yeah, you gotta sound more like, bro, they got faleitos that are just fucking posts in a roof. Yeah, a lot of decisions and like how everything will be planned for the year happens under that one roof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy has 4 walls and like fuck, he can't even get into power in the 4 walls he's trying to get into. It's pretty stupid. But the comparison of gang life, I don't think I can agree with those comments too.
Whoever told you that, like, tell them something else.
Yeah, he should go and have a conversation with Sonny Whatupaito and the Mob Kingdom. See how that goes down.
because firstly, people sitting in the garage, they're not talking about being in the gang.
Yeah. I mean, like you were saying, he's just trying to spark something to get, I guess,
Yeah, political
attention.
moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he gives a shit, like you said. It's like, nah, next.
Mm. Got anything on that? No.
No, obviously someone that he obviously didn't think of it himself. Someone must have told him, and like you were saying before, it's just to gain attention. Whether it's good or bad, it's just attention, Did someone put up something about how Jacinda Ardern said something about the other minister in the beehive on the
The swearing.
called him
The Seymour, eh?
called him an arrogant
Good
prick.
prick.
I was
But
trying
you
to
know
listen
what?
for it. Eh?
He's a good influencer, bro. Like, I think of the videos that I see of him, like on that are like either done as stitch ups on TikTok or on Twitter. Fuck, he uses it to his advantage. I think he's the only MP that I know of, apart from that freaking dude down in Invercargill, that can fucking get people laughing, eh?
Hey,
Yeah, man.
man.
Because even like, imagine if he said what Chris Luxon said, it would be different.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
would be laughing and go, "Fuck, this guy's an idiot."
That's
You wouldn't
something.
be
Hey,
hating on him.
our MPs don't really use social media that much. I mean, like,
Nah, oh yeah.
like let's say Donald Trump.
Yeah,
I think that's where David Seymour gets it from, Donald Trump.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Using
Yeah,
Twitter and all
hard,
that.
eh?
Yeah.
Nah, cause bro, he can, bro. I can see one of his tweets like get retweeted like straight up, or people quote the tweet and then fucking stitch him up. But he's all smiles, eh? Like, he's all smiles, bro. Like, he's probably the only dude that I know that's in government that's one of those guys, and he's one of those faces, eh? Like, straight away, fuck, that's the guy who said that. This Luxon dude is like, oh, people just look at him and straight hate
I
him.
want to punch him.
Yeah.
David Seymour got questioned a few months ago because apparently one of his social media accounts went from overnight like 10,000 followers. So they were questioning him about that. Like, did you pay some algorithm to put 10,000 followers straight away overnight on your? Like, there was nothing that he did on the social media to get all
And then
those
all of a
followers.
sudden-
Yeah,
10,000
10,000 just showed up.
10,000 bots.
Yeah, 10,000 bots.
Wow. Cunning.
He's a weird guy. That guy.
Fuck, I think they're all weird.
I was fucked that a lot of people are fucking running the country. Fucking weirdos.
Okay, what's happening around the world? We got you guys heard about that Twitch guy?
Yeah.
You guys a fan of? You know what? To be honest, I don't even know who he was, man. Until I saw
Really?
Twitch and he died. Yeah. How do you know?
Besides, he used to be a judge on that dancing comp.
Oh, okay. So you think you can dance?
Yeah,
That one, no?
Yeah, some
Who
one
was
of
he?
they-
So I've done. I've got good memory.
But
Yeah,
but I remember.
I only
it,
know him
though.
from the Alan DeGeneres show
Oh yeah,
as
yeah,
a
yeah.
DJ, but a make believe DJ.
Oh yeah.
And then when I think Alan wants, because I think there was a point where celebrities were going on that show and then trying to do dance, like choreographed dance, and then she got him
To do it.
train
Oh,
him.
yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah.
So he was like, oh, okay. And then they obviously hit it off. Because the short film that I saw, someone's TikTok that I was watching as a real was showing like how they first met, and then how, he was like, oh man, you're really good. Like, trying to get Ellen to sort of like be more confident dancing.
Yeah.
And then she ended up like loving him, man. Like, oh man, kept him
Got
around.
on,
Yeah, and they used to just yarn and stuff. And then he obviously had a segment on his first show. But he was just a make-believe DJ.
Oh,
Crack
shit.
up.
Because I didn't know him as a DJ. I just knew him as a dancer.
Yeah.
He was one of the judges. But then I think he's also in one of the old is it the old dance movies? I forgot what they're called. Bring It On or Step It Up or one of those.
Oh, yeah?
He's in one of those too back then.
Because he's 48.
Yeah.
Man, but I asked this question on the Barber's Day because the first thing I said in the morning, did you hear about DJ, Twitch? And they're like, yeah, like, what is that? And the conversation was like, so if he took his own life, how would he have done it, or what would have pushed him to do it? Yeah. Like what, And then if you look at like the last 24 hours before he died, fuck, he had just posted a video of him and his girl Lord dancing.
Yeah, doing a TikTok or
Yeah,
something.
man. And it's like, wow, man, that's solid, eh? Then you go back another, 13 hours from when he posted that. Fuck, he was talking about something. I didn't know the full topic because it was like 9 minutes long, but he was talking about like how black lives have been taken, and then the justice system's fucked them over, eh? And then, like, and how people remember those guys as they've passed. But it's like sad, eh? Like, fuck, man. Like up until when you spoke about what, like, on conspiracies there were about his death, it was like very like. I shared it on the Empty Out the Clip because it's like, man, a lot of people they can be smiling from the outside, but who knows what the fuck's going on in their head, eh? If they felt like the need to go and do that. I mean, 3 kids. Yeah. And like, bro, Ellen DeGeneres is one of your good friends. Fuck, like, bro.
Life's good, eh?
Life must be, like, you would have thought it was good, but I mean, for someone to fall into that trap of taking their lives, like, damn.
Because one of the theories I heard was that he invested all his life earnings, all his pay, all his earnings, all his savings into this this Bitcoin thing. It's not Bitcoin, but another version of it. Yeah. And it just recently went under. So a lot of celebrities lost their money. A lot of people lost their money investing in this thing. And it's just crashed.
Man. Fucking Robert Kiyosaki has been predicting this shit for the last 8 months, man. Straight up. He'd been talking about it, and he's like, fucking, people don't want to fucking hear it. People don't want to hear it. Like, and people like people that have come into the shop are like, bro, start investing in gold and silver, man. And Robert Kiyosaki was saying, bro, that crash is going to come, and when it comes, fucking people are going to be fucking stuck. Man.
Yeah, like I was, with the big thing that I had, because I was telling the lady, is it worth, investing in Bitcoin? She goes, nah, I don't believe it is. Not worth it. Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, rich dad, poor dad guy, eh?
Yeah. But I mean, I watched one video, and I was saying that if you can afford to hold out and then buy, because like when the recession hits, if you start buying into those Bitcoins when people are losing their shares or trying to sell, when they're selling, that's the best time to buy because you buy it cheaper than what it was when you first jumped on.
Yep.
And then when the economy starts to pick up again, it's gonna be worth more. But fuck. But is that what you do? If you've got nothing, if you've lost all your investments, is that what you do? Just take your life?
No, isn't
that
like
it. Is that weak? Would you say that's weak though? Like fuck, like I feel like I've had like bad days where I felt like fucking, I just want to fuck it. I've had enough. But when I thought like fucking 3 kids, bro.
Yeah.
Really, like, fuck, is your life that bad that you don't want your 3 kids? Like, fuck.
True, eh? Yeah.
Like, man, like
no amount of money can beat that.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, that's fucking life. Your life rich, bro. If you got your kids, your family, man. Like, and this guy, like, I'm not trying to say like fucking what an idiot, but like, man, like, put yourself in that position. Like, what would have driven him that to do that? Such a thing, man. Like. Damn.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like was it mental health awareness week, isn't it? Because one of the boys was messaging like, "How's the week been?" But it's like, bro, when your boys reach out, man, fucking really reach out. Hey, like
Yeah.
sometimes I text, like, and this is the thing, bro. This is what I hate about social media. The text is not enough. Like, I'm getting sick of like my friends fucking saying, "How you been?" I was like, "Fuck that! Come over for a haircut or fucking invite me to lunch."
Yeah.
Like, fucking, I don't want to fucking read a text.
Yeah.
A fuck text doesn't mean shit now. When you hear celebrities fucking chucking away all their like what they've built over their career, fucking for what, man?
Yeah.
I feel you on that, man. Because when I went to lunch that week, when I went to that place in Glen
Oh yeah.
that Mediterranean-looking place, we're sitting there having lunch, and I see two mates just having a beer on the other side. And I was thinking, man, how easy is that? Just to ring up someone, oh, they'll just go catch up for a beer at this place.
Yeah,
You know, just go one beer, chat, and go.
Yeah, bro. It doesn't even have to be over a beer, man. It can be like I said, it was get a burger.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
you rather that? Like, ask yourself, hey, like, if you have fucking nothing, right? And you're like going, man, I'm thirsty. Fuckers ring someone so he come pick me up and go for a beer. How hard was that?
Yeah.
Instead of reading a fucking heartless text, it was just being those IKEA ones that just, oh, how you been? If you really care, man, like, reply, but really fucking, like,
Yeah.
because we've become so much a part of this freaking digital world, man. And, like, you know, that's where it is, eh? People forgetting how to have a conversation. And, like, so that's why you see bars are empty, restaurants empty. Like, fucking make an effort, man.
Yeah, COVID didn't help either.
Fucking giving people flowers at funerals is fucking overrated, man.
You're right about the COVID stuff and that lockdown and the digital stuff, because when I picture giving someone a call and saying let's go grab a beer, it goes two ways. It's not only you're gonna find someone that you haven't want to catch up in ages, you know, get to catch up with them, but for yourself to get out the house and
Yeah.
do something, eh? Like,
Bro, straight
Yeah,
up, I believe the dopamine you get from showing face and being there physically in prison
Prisons,
fucking
yeah.
outweighs anything you see.
hell
Any
yeah.
porn, any other bullshit you see, bro. Because when you see stuff on like, say, for example, if I went to a birthday, right, and I was there and I'm recording, I'm recording to make digital memories, so when they resurface. But when people don't make an effort to show up, I was like, well, fuck, you missed out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me something that I might not already know. It's like, bro, some people are just effortless, huh?
Yeah. There's a I think there's a TikTok or there's a quote that I saw. I think it might have been a TikTok where I saw it's something about you can say hello or, you know, exactly what you're saying, let's like message whatever, but it's, I think the more priceless or the value, more something that's more valuable is your presence, just being there or wherever, you know.
Bro, I'll tell you this, my Jules. You know, when my dad passed away, fucking that void was empty for fucking ages, man. And I hated the fact that when I'd say to my friends, go and see your parents. It doesn't cost you anything. Just go and see your parents. You mean, if you can't take them out for lunch, go and see them. Because when they're gone, they're freaking gone.
Yeah.
Gone forever, man. You're gonna, how long are you gonna live before you eventually see them in the spiritual world or something, you know? And when my mum left, fuck, it was like lightning had struck in the same spot. But I always tell people, bro, go and see your parents, man. Because that time, fuck, once it's gone, it's gone. You can't buy it back. Nothing can bring them back. But like, even like when people check in on each other, it's like, bro, if people don't make the effort to reach out and tell them, oh, hey, man, this is happening. Oh, man, it'd be good if you show face. You then put it on them, whether they show up or not. And then however you feel, think about it later, be like, oh, man. But if that's then something that the individual ends up thinking, oh, man, yeah, I should have gone.
Yeah.
Because when they see the social media post, they're like, oh, fuck, I wish I was there. You know? And that's how it is now, eh? But like, bro, we like, I still hold cash because it's real. You know what I mean? But I'll post videos only if I want a memory for myself. So I don't use social media to show people that I'm flexing wherever I am. That's certainly not the way I use it. But like a lot of people, man, like don't get sucked into the digital world, eh? Because bro, like imagine like with the, you remember when the TV used to be analog and when the wind all fuzzy halfway through the film, and you're sitting like, fuck, what happened in between that gap? That's what you miss out on, man. Because you're not there, you know.
Man, times have changed.
Straight up, man.
Yeah, that's funny you say that, because during the graduation, most of the parents were filming their child. Like they were, it's the camera
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
Listen, I'm zooming in, zooming out, and or going in the front, and filling around with their devices, and I was standing up on the side, and I saw everyone like pull out their phones, and
Yeah.
like, bro, just enjoy it.
Yeah, bro. That's one piece of excitement you can never duplicate, eh?
Nah, because the kid, they did a performance, they did a couple, but everyone was just like with their phones and stuff, instead of enjoying the atmosphere.
Like an example is like the best piece of fruit you ever tasted. People making videos of it. It doesn't. It's not that same as when you put it in your mouth and taste it and your eyes roll back.
Yeah.
When you're watching it on the phone, all they can do is trigger memories. Taste it. Oh, wish. But that's it. It's not the same as enjoying it and seeing it in person. Like and actually feeling it. It's like cracks me up, man. How people have fallen into a digital world. Eh?
Yeah.
I got another example, but nah, I think there's enough examples.
Hey, what do you think about this is sort of off the topic about training? Like people recording themselves and they train.
Like you.
Yeah, but there's people that do it to a certain extent, like
when we used to do the FT, I did it as a digital
memory.
No, not so much for the memories as a log.
Oh yeah.
Because when I was training, bro, my muscles would be like, "When you been training, you're still the same size." And I used to love it, bro, because all that did was fuel me, and I'd be like, "Fucking watch this then."
Yeah.
That was like, that's the critic that I used to hear. I used to live with Steven Setsu in my house. Every morning, and still the same size can. I love that shit. I used to love it, eh? That's why when I'd be running up the hill, or like fucking, and when FT was growing the way it did, then we had like a big party after the 6 weeks.
Yeah,
right, that was good, eh? And we could do it like duplicate it to the point where now they want to come and join us, come training, eh?
Yeah.
And the people we met along the way, like that was all part of it.
Oh yeah, there was heaps.
But nah, I reckon it's good, bro. Like it's a good way to make your own progress and reflect back. Like that's why it's good to do it and save it.
Because the reason why I asked is that, like in the gym, there's certain. So I obviously record myself, but then I use common sense where I don't put my phone in the middle.
Oh, you're talking about those people?
Yeah, like in the middle or
in the way.
So this is the OnlyFans page? Yeah, do it like that. Wait, watch me squat like this now. And watch me when I get kaile later.
Because I train with someone, right? And they, like I've told them before, like, just common sense, just put your camera to the side like everyone else. But they'll go get the kettlebell, put it in the middle, but then they get frustrated that people are walking past, she's recording, right?
What's her name? If I went to the same gym as her, I'll kick the phone over.
No, but it's I know what she's trying to do because she's got a following too or whatever, or supposedly, but like it's just etiquette, like just common sense. Put it to the side and then record yourself, like so your phone's not in any way of nobody,
Yeah, that's just fucking stupid, eh?
That's the influence from Instagram models from over
America.
overseas,
Yeah,
especially America.
yeah.
There's none here anyways, so I don't know why all these New Zealand ladies are trying to do
You
that.
hear that? You hear
You
that?
hear that? Yeah, say what? Mimi is starting parking then what?
You hear that? There's no one here, man.
No, there's none.
Come over though.
You know why? There's still cake faces over there, man. That's why.
That's the one thing I hated about going to those 24-hour gyms with those guys, like the screamers, for their video, or throw the weights down, and don't bother putting it back.
Yeah.
Fuck, I used to get mad at that.
The worst one is the ones who sweat all over the
bro.
the beaches, eh?
There was this one dude, one Indian guy. He's a big dude, but fucking, it was like dripping with water coming off him onto the trip. I was like, bro, I wanted to use that. Like, fuck. I get this multi-purpose spray and spray the whole fucking thing. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, no, that's what I added my 5 cents.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So you posted up something else about there was a murder at the church.
Yeah. I saw it on the news, on the Herald or whatever, on the Facebook, and then I shared it. I said, well, the first thing, the reason why I shared it is that, because it was at a church, and like, my question was or is oh, it's my thoughts of it isn't it a sacred place, like that's taboo, like the place, and why would someone come there with a gun or whatever?
Like neutral ground.
Yeah, like that's like a marae, a place like that.
Yeah, there's just some shit you didn't do at a church.
That's weird you said that, man. Because in like I think it was one of the Black Power mobsters. He passed away, and then the respect from I think it was the King Cobras and the Mongrel Mob go on to the marae, and then the Black Power was doing a haka, back to all the mob members walking on to the marae. But it's amazing, rival gangs, but keeping their respect because of their president who passed away, But like that shooting, like it has to be gang related, unless it's like dirty cop related, for someone to get shot at a church. But it reminds me of one of the Māori short films I was watching, the Tainui in the Auckland, when one of the governors flies over from the UK to sort of say that, because at the time the Kingitanga was still holding rule of New Zealand, and the emperor wanted to use the Waikato River to sort of ship stuff up and down the coast. But then one of the chiefs at the time was saying, nah, as part of the Kingitanga rule of New Zealand, you can't use the river like that. And so he sort of didn't argue with him. He just goes, oh, here's the eviction notice. And this is 1860. Here's the eviction notice. So, right up until the wars, I think the Tainui, so they created Great North and Great South Road to ship all the war gear that they needed to set up on the Manukau Harbour. So when the Manukau Harbour was gonna be set up for the emperors, all the troops coming from the UK, they set it up so they needed a road, so they built those two roads, and they set up on the other side of the Manukau Harbour. Whereas on the Tainui side, there was just a handful of families defending that land because they didn't want the crown to come and take over that land. But in the invasion of Tainui, the emperor's soldiers, they would go in and try and kill all these kids because they eventually got over the wall, and they broke past a certain river in, I think it's somewhere just crossing the Manukau ever into the Waikato. But in that one part, there was a place that they said was sacred, and it was the church. And it was fucked, man, because what they ended up doing is that all the people, because they had made this agreement, they said obviously one of the Palangis who was living in the villages with the Māoris, because that was where they grew all the crops pretty much for all of the country, and a lot of their crops got shipped overseas. So one of the guys was saying the church is a sacred place, no one can enter, and the governor agreed, man, fully said, oh yeah, sweet, we won't do it. Until the family, the children and all the women, found refuge in the church. And then these pieces of shit freaking shut the church up and ordered them to come out or they'd be shot. So they lit the church on fire and made them come out one by one, and they shot them dead, man. So I guess it's a shame, man. You can say the church is sacred, but so gang members or whoever, the governor back then, came over and did that, took lives, And I think it was many years later, I don't know which government it was, but they apologized for it. They apologized for what happened in the Tainui Wars.
Yeah, I always remembered and thought that church is a sacred place, even for, because you never hear any stories in the United States with the mafia and that doing hits in the church. Even them don't cross that line. And then, but the earliest I've heard about it was when I watched Highlander, when weren't allowed to fight in the church.
Yeah.
That was the safe haven.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Highlander, wow.
Duncan MacLeod, the only big one. That's right.
Yeah, I think for me now, my thoughts and feelings about it, I don't think it's a safe place if people have the mentality to just come on into and just
So did he get shot inside the church? Or?
No, it was
It's a car
outside.
park, eh?
Yeah.
But like that's like that's
That's
something
too
that
close, eh?
happened outside, but in the vicinity, like in the perimeter of the property of the church.
Yeah.
But look at the mosque shooting.
Yeah,
That-
bro.
Yeah, man.
That piece
I
of
was
shit
gonna
they
say
went at that. Fucking
Yeah.
bro, he pretty much turned the country upside down. The fact that he's still alive is it's fucked, you know.
Yeah.
Even
It's
to,
like- In
Bro.
New Zealand at the time, I just remember like seeing all the mosques out South Auckland with all the
Security.
all the King Cobras and like standing guard, like letting the cops go malolo so they could watch. You know, that was powerful, man. And so, you know, I wonder if Chris Clarkson's room is that shit. Where when your police force couldn't freaking hold it down because they were 24/7 running out on their feet, it was the patch members that were standing guard. And so
That's a
that
good
guy's got a
point.
fucking short memory, man.
I saw that. I remember seeing the lady cop up at the Rairu Church with I think it's the M14. Oh, well,
So
a rifle.
Yeah.
She was holding the rifle up, and I was like, damn,
Man,
serious
yeah.
shit.
And like for the New
Yeah.
Zealand like policemen, like bro, our country's not savage like that, eh? It's not normal. Like it's not normal to see like, you know, I'm not trying to belittle the police, but it's like for someone who can go from 6 weeks and become a cop, or was like 12 weeks become a cop, all of a sudden be holding a assault
Yeah.
rifle. It's like fuck,
Out in
really?
the field.
And he's never played what Call of Duty. Bro, who would you put your money on, the Call of Duty kid or this new person who just picked up a rifle because they just
Bro, the Call of Duty kid, bro.
Shucks.
He'll
But
have
I
more
mean-
tactics under his belt.
I mean, no disrespect to them, but it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, times, you know, people are becoming ruthless. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stick up for the guy, but like, for someone to be shot on the church premises, whoever was after that life, they would have had to have done something real fucking bad. You know, like say it was done onto one of his kids. Bro, you would have
Yeah.
blood like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
It had to be something like
It
that.
has to be close to him to go
To lose your mind.
and to go onto the church premises and not give a fuck.
Sure, boys. You know, we've been going for an hour and 15 and it's been on the bad buzz, so we'll go on we'll go down the memory lanes and have a Christmas memory lane. So
Can I go
Yeah.
Christmas?
yeah.
Because I hate Christmas, eh? And I already told you guys, like,
Yeah,
fuck, I hate
me
Christmas,
too.
man. I mean, because some people's pockets are deeper than others, you know? Like, fuck you. Oh, man, what'd you get? Like a $2 shop present. I don't like Christmas, but I do love the season. I love going to the beach because that's what I grew up going to the beach. Like, my grandpa's birthday was Boxing Day. It's Boxing Day. So my mom's family would always go to the beach, man. It was like, and we never barbecued, eh? Like, my mom was always like, I'm gonna buy a couple of whole chickens. I want to get like maybe 6 or 7 French sticks. I'm gonna cut them up and we're gonna have sandwiches. And like, that was our Christmas, man. So like, it wasn't like one of those like Christmases was like, yeah, put sunscreen on. It was like, go get sunburned. Yeah, now you learn. So it's like, my family, when we get to the beach, we're not that family all wearing like, you know, stuff, no shirts. My family's the family standing on the beach with the tall tees and the dicky shorts, swimming like that. That's my family at the beach, man. But when we eat, oh my gosh, my family's that family, they fucking take the whole house with them and when they're cooking at the beach. That's how we are now.
Yes,
My
yes.
family are fashions when it comes to eating, eh? But
Yeah,
it's like,
bro.
bro, it's gotta have like morning tea, lunch, afternoon tea, and then the feed before we leave feed.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then if we drive somewhere close, then we can all park up and eat. We'll fucking eat again.
yeah, yeah.
So Christmas for me is that exactly to the T, man. Fucking we just eat,
Eat, swim,
and
eat,
then go to
swim.
work and can't fit the overalls anymore. That's always my Christmas, man.
Have you else any memories?
Just I can't even remember what I did last year. I remember later because my kid's mum is Liddy's cousin, so I remember going to a few beach trips with them, and he's right. They'll bring the whole
house, eh?
kitchen, man, and I remember the Kirikiki games, the touch games, the Barbie, you know. But I remember just the the food is I love the food from the morning, like go have a swim, come back, you know, and then there's lunch, you know. Like I'll compare the Let's family to my family. I'd rather go to Let's family one because what we're doing at the beach is that's what we're doing at the beach. Just the one feed and man.
But like that's why I love getting out of Auckland for Christmas. Like just Uriwa Beach. Like I'll always go there because like my last memory of my mum is sitting on Uriwa Beach and just smiling, and then like it literally pissed down, and I happened to take sidewalks for our gazebo. We were the only gazebo on the beach, bro. I don't know what it was, man, but Jesus must have been saying, "I'm gonna keep that family safe right now," because everyone just packed up and left. And my mum stayed soldier sitting on the same spot. She's like, oh my head, I was thinking, Mum, did we take to the car? She's like, what for? Turn it up. So like crank it up and just fire on the beach like that. And then when the wind finally left, it was like, all right, take the walls down and then back to how it was. Should we have another feed?
Nice.
What about you, Ease? What's your Christmas memories?
I've got one with my whole family in Rara. We spent. I think we spent I spent a couple of weeks there, but it was continuous drinking as soon as I got off the plane. As soon as I got off the plane, the RSA was across the road, and it was Monday night, and that's the night. So I started there, and I remember the beach during that week. But man, it was just drink after drink after drink. Palace burgers, every day, all day. And then we had a massive ass get together at one of the, I think it was Nico Beach, and then we just spent the whole day there.
Man,
just swimming, eating, drinking, swimming.
It's beautiful in Rarotonga, man. You gotta take your families to Rarotonga, bro.
Yeah, especially when there's heaps, like with the whole your aunties, uncles, your cousins.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
It's good when you got an endless supply of should we get for a feed or should we get for a beer?
Yeah.
And then like just as your way out or your pockets are drying up, and you're around, cuz. Hey, just carry on.
Yeah, there was never ever a shortage of food or alcohol at home. We always had enough. Probably too much.
Yeah.
Come back with train for a month. But yeah, had some mean times with my fams.
I remember me going back in the days, like when I was a kid, like we'll have the beach trips too. So we'll go to Wonder Home for church, and then family will go to Long Bay.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. Those are the two main places we went to when I was a kid. But I remember if I went with my family, it was just for some reason the aunties and uncles would want to take our cars. They want to make a trip out of it, so we'll take the bus.
Nice.
So we'll go meet up at my auntie's house over in Ranui, and then we'll catch the bus up there all the way to because we were going to go to Long Bay. So we'll take all our chili bins and all that. So you can imagine we're going to pack that all in the bus. You know, the side of the bus.
Yeah.
So here we are at the bus stop. Me and my family just like with all the stuff to carry at the bus stop.
That's mean, dude.
The bus comes down, and then we're gonna open up the side compartments and put all our umbrellas and all that. Yeah, man. But I was a little kid, so I thought it was just cool. We can do that. I wouldn't think of that doing it now.
Yeah.
Like, can you think of doing that now?
That's too much work.
Yeah.
Plus, we're going to Long Bay, so there's no bus from Ranui to Long Bay. So it was a Ranui bus to downtown, where the casino wasn't there at the time, but it was down there, same street.
Yeah.
That's where we catch the bus to go North Shore. So you can imagine us on the bus on the Saturday morning. It has to be early in the morning, right?
Yeah.
We actually drove to my house and leave all the cars there, and we go catch a bus. So
that's cool.
So then we'll hop off the bus in town. Hop off the bus in town, and we'll wait in the downtown bus stop with all our gears in there, chili bins, umbrellas, everything, bags and that. Wait for another bus. When another bus comes, picks us up, we chuck all that stuff on the side. Pack that stuff up.
That sounds like an adventure. That's a mean excursion.
They'll be mean.
That's mean exercising for the whole day.
And then we'll go to Long Bay and we'll spend the day. But keep in mind, the last bus comes about 3:30. So we have to, unpack and do the same thing again to get back home.
Do you remember how far the bus stopped from the beach?
It would have been just up the road, eh?
No, it was at the beginning. When you just come into Long Bay, it's just in the beginning.
Okay. So that's before that second sand bridge then, eh?
Yeah. The first bridge and just there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Stop at the top and then walk
Yeah.
down.
but you know,
You get a little ice cream
Right.
before you walk down, no?
you know, it's funny. I'm telling you guys the story, not telling really in detail the story before. I'm thinking, man, hell no, do this like right now. You're crazy.
You thought of your kids now, bro. Yeah.
catching the bus.
That's how lazy we become.
Yeah.
Nah, cause not like Uber Eats and like everything else, and like or Uber drivers. Or, you know, he's talking about it. It's like,
Nah, bro. I've never. My friends like.
oh man.
I remember we hurried out the bus, and then we all
You
went
your
to Long Bay,
friends.
but never catching the bus.
When you started, I thought he was gonna say, and we had the bus.
Hired,
When he said
yeah.
the bus.
But yeah, I was like, what?
man, but that would have been cool though.
Yeah, as
Oh.
a kid, man. Yeah, they'll be.
That'll be
yeah,
funny
like,
as.
like an adventure.
Plus, I remember there was. I don't remember being the bus being so packed. First of all, it's the first bus on the Saturday, so
Yeah.
early in the morning, no one's gonna be on there.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, 1 or 2 people. I can't remember the bus being packed. All I remember is us on the bus ourselves. Like, you know,
Man,
Fuck.
that's a good story.
Oh, no.
Good memory.
That's a crack up.
Surely that's our segue to your food reviews.
Oh,
It's getting hungry, Luz.
yeah, no.
I mean, made us wait an hour.
Yeah, no. So okay, so I quickly, because we got a barbecue today, so I quickly whipped up. I got some cream, potatoes, and shirimi, and just so I made like a little pasta dish, you know, with the cheese on it,
sounds
and then I
nice.
made potato salad of it. But I'm gonna do when we eat, I'll do a recording of it and stuff.
Oh, me.
Yeah,
oh, it's nice.
just gonna eat, eh?
Yeah, yeah. So we plan to do a barbecue because this is the last episode for this year. So we're about to leave. But before we do that, last words for the year.
Okay, I'll go. Just 2022. Wow, a lot of people, you know, good people passing. Don't if you're dealing with if you're going through some hard times, don't be afraid to reach out. Yeah, those are my last. Yep, that's me. That's my last words.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just want to say thanks to you guys for making me, giving me a spot on the team.
Bro, thanks. Thank you, man.
It's been a privilege. It's been a huge honor. And I just wanted to use the plug to say to all my family, like, you know, all the people that we've lost this year, cousin Rob, cousin Rich, and Auntie Lisa. Like, I think we owe it to Auntie and our cousins to have our last Christmas ever at Prishaw at Mangere before NZ Housing take the house back. Yeah, man, I know I've parked a lot of my feelings, like just with my old lady and my old man, but if I can just with just everything that's been happening around the world, like if I can just share some 5 cents of advice is like, man, this Christmas make memories with your kids, your wives and that, and your family. Take the opportunity to stop and appreciate the growth of your kids, your marriages, your relationships, and your friendships. Because, like I've said previously, like some people come to your life for a reason, or some people come in for seasons, and like, you know, as the seasons changes and the life changes, people slip away, you know. But you always have your day ones, you always have your family, you know, no matter what. But like, I just want to let people like view stuff from my perspective. Like, you know, I don't drink as often as I used to, and I would never drink and drive. And the reason why I always think like that is that, man, if I wrote my car off or I took someone else's life on the road, I'd have to live with that for the rest of my life. You know, if you take someone else's life on the road, it's like, damn, they're now mourning their person. And I say that because I'm wearing a shirt of a young man who passed away 2 years ago, and he decided to jump in the car with someone, and that person had been drinking and was speeding. These kids aren't here anymore, and this is just after or just before their 21st birthdays. So my little snippet of advice is like, man, think before you get behind the wheel, guys. Like, life's too short as it is, and there's enough bullshit in this life to sort of like, make you think twice. But now, yeah, thanks very much. Empty out the clip, and to our loyal listeners as well. Thanks for plugging in and listening to us. It's been a privilege. Thank you, Cams, for letting me sit on the chair week in, week out. But yeah, much love to everyone. KB forever, Ranui forever, and yeah, WESWES.